Take two. Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the No Cap recap of the Curse of Oak Island Season 11, Episode 12 called Digging Back In, aired January 30th, 2024. If you missed my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link in the upper right. Let's get into it. Do. Previously on the Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. After 5 weeks, the Dumas contracting team has finally gotten control of the incoming water that could be flood tunnel related into the garden shaft. They pumped geofoam into areas the water was coming from to seal it. They are now able to continue digging with the hammer grab to expand the shaft down into the tunnel that is underneath it. As a reminder, this area of the money pit has high trace elements of silver and gold at a level that means a lot of those metals would have to be there to this day and not been recovered long ago. In the money pit area, just a short way away from the garden shaft, the new borehole is 5 feet southwest of H8. The team is trying to locate the chapel vault, believed to have been encountered and pushed down and away by previous drilling. Core samples bring up wood, which could be part of the chapel shaft from 1931. Also in a core was this piece of steel that could have been the drill used when the chapel vault was originally found. In the swamp under the modern day road, Billy unearths and Jack finds this piece of shaped wood that has a hole for a dowel. It comes from a level lower than the drained swamp and the road behind Gary and Jack here. This transition shot reveals that the spoils from the road are being pulled back by the long-range excavator. Rick arrives to take a look at the piece of wood, and the use of dowels reminds him of the U-shaped structure Dan Blankenship originally found in the 1970s and that the Laguna team uncovered in 2018 in Smith's Cove. The structure may have been related to the finger drains found by an early 1900s searcher group. The show now has this new graphic that more closely represents what the Laguna team also found in 2018. Back in Lot 5, the circular feature and much larger rectangular foundation found below it keeps expanding. The archaeologists are finding artifacts throughout the fill used to intentionally bury the site. They previously thought this was a wall, but there are rocks going past it, so the expansion is not over yet. Alex says the bigger it is, the bigger the operation, and Jamie agrees, saying more people would have been involved than just, for example, a single family. The newest artifact is this piece of metal that appears to be decorative. Back in front of the southern border of the swamp, Rick tells Billy to push the big boulders back off of the big timbers below them that they think is the edge of the stone road. Marty and Craig arrive for an update. Marty thinks that people needed that sturdy of a road for a reason, and then after they were finished, did not want it to be found. Billy will continue digging in the same spot the excavator is at here. Blacksmith Carmen Legg comes back to the island to examine recent finds from Lot 5. Alex found several small pieces of copper. This is the biggest of them and is both rounded and tapered. Carmen says decorative, possibly jewelry related. Alex says small jewelry chest, and Carmen says very possible. This is the biggest of a number of strap pieces found. Carmen says it would have been used for a small box instead of a barrel or something else round. It would have been a heavily banded box like a money box or a cash box. Emma scanned this piece earlier, and it is a piece of lead attached to a piece of iron, but there is also lead in the iron, which she says is common in Old English iron from the 1600s and early 1700s. The time period fits in with the William Phipps's Concepcion shipwreck treasure theory. There is no date on this Windows computer, but you can see that this is artifact 1336 from season 11 due to the file name in the upper left, and that it was 16 degrees Celsius or 60.8 degrees Fahrenheit at the time. In the money pit area, they hit the void at the same depth as the other cores. But unfortunately, they hit bedrock after that without finding the chapel vault. It is possible, though, they are off just a few feet as illustrated in this graphic. Back on lot 5, another glass bead is found during spoil sifting. Shortly after, via the same method, Lindy finds a copper coin. Back below the swamp's southern border, Gary gets 0 metal detector hits, but does spot this likely barrel stave. 3 years ago, the team found several other pieces of barrels in the same area, and Carmen Legg said they could be as much as 600 years old. Marty digs around some rocks that are similar to the Stone Road rocks. Billy will dig to see if there are more that will represent another section of the Stone Road. Again, no metal in the spoils, but Gary finds what he thinks is 2 strips of wood and 1 tool handle that Marty is holding here. Billy points out there are more rocks in a row in line with the Stone Road. In finding them, he has covered the previous rocks, but they are between Marty and Gary here. Marty decides to wait until Rick takes a look before deciding what to do next. Next time on an all-new The Curse of Oak Island Season 11, Episode 13, called Tea Time. They find pottery that may tell them who built the Stone Road. Lindy's coin has Latin writing on it. An expert says that the glass beads are very old and were a precious commodity. Dumas begins drilling under the garden shaft and hits something, and someone says, "We found it." The episode synopsis reads as follows. While Gary and Rick uncover unprecedented finds in the swamp, the team finally reaches depth in the garden shaft, and their probe drilling operation delivers thrilling results immediately. I'll continue recapping Season 11 late Tuesday nights this year, as well as continue to do retro recaps of Seasons 5 through 8, Seasons 1 through 4, and 9 and 10, and the already aired episodes of Season 11 are already done. Upcoming streams, Ramsey Coach with Coach Steve Money most Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Ramsey Show After Show will be February 13th and 19th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show video on YouTube ends. Once more, I'm Coach Steve Money. I'm a Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. And if you've got money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation/assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That is a video conferencing appointment, so you could do that from anywhere in the world, including on Oak Island. You can email me about coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Or if you don't want to sign up for PayPal, you can just send me a Walmart gift card to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money. Of course, this YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.